There's a pretty one, Ulysses. There it is.
Hello BookTube, I'm Sean the Book Maniac. Welcome back to my channel. I am just so giddy and exuberant for many reasons, but the reason I'm going to share with you now is that I stumbled upon a readathon that's happening soon, and yes, I know I swore off doing readathons in 2020, but sue me! On Julia of Julia's Book Time put up a TBR for something that a readathon that was news to me called Springathon, and it is a nature writing readathon. It is hosted by Natalie of A Curious Reader, Emma of A Cup of Books, and Juliana, who has an Instagram account, but not... Oh! I think I know Juliana. Her Instagram account is Blank Garden. I think that I know her quite well, actually. So delightful. I haven't actually checked into the organizers' announcement videos. I haven't checked out their channels. I'm looking forward to doing all that. But for tonight, I am going to share my TBR. As if I don't have enough buddy reading commitments and other things going on in May, but I'm adding this to the mix because... Just because. Because spring. I can't go outside and enjoy spring. I might as well enjoy spring literarily. So here's the skinny on the readathon. It starts on May 4th, goes to May 17th. That's Monday to Sunday, 2 weeks. Nonfiction and fiction are welcome. There is one general nonfiction challenge, and that is to read a nonfiction nature writing book. Then the other prompts, and you don't have to do, there's 5 other prompts, but you don't have to do them all, and I'm not going to be able to do them all in 2 weeks. Bird, water, animal, plant, travel / destination, and those things can be found on the cover, in the title, or in the topic / theme of the book. I am so pumped. I just kind of re-accessed the glee with which I jumped into readathons my first 2 years on BookTube. Readathons are not beneath me. I love them. I'm not going to do very many of them this year, but this one just kind of grabbed me at the right time. So, the nonfiction nature writing book that I have chosen, because it's sitting on my shelf, and in fact, I'm going to do it on audio so that I can fit other books in. But here is the hard copy, and that is Bird's Art Life, A Year of Observation by Kyo McClear, a Canadian writer, I believe of Japanese descent. And it's her observations of the natural world and our place in it. That's all I need to know. My friend Lindy highly recommended it to me. I think she was really excited when she saw that I bought a remaindered copy, maybe my last trip to Saskatoon, and I've just checked. Scribd has it on audio, so I will be consuming this on my exercise bike during the readathon. Oh, and I don't worry about... I'm going to start on May 4th, but I probably won't finish these books by May 17th because I get to read them at my own slow reading pace. But it is a beautiful book. Has some great inline illustrations as well. So, let's see what that's all about. And then I went with covers and words in titles rather than books that were necessarily very specifically focused on nature. And all of the titles I have chosen, other than that general challenge one, are fiction, of course. One of the ways that I tricked myself into committing to do this readathon is that I've had so many books that I've been reading since January and February, because I have become even more of a slow reader in my old age than I was when I was young in 2019. I said to myself, you have to finish at least 2 of those ones that you've been reading at such a glacial pace before May 4th in order to do that. And one of the ones that I've been reading glacially and delightedly fits because there's a bird word in the title, and that is Louise Erdrich's The Plague of Doves, which I've been reading for a couple months or more. Absolutely loving. I'm about 35 or 40% through, something like that. And I am going to finish this one during Springathon. It is a really intricate story that starts with an unsolved murder in North Dakota with a whole bunch of Indigenous American and Indigenous Canadian characters and their relationship with the white people in town. It is rich and dense and intricately plotted. I am just beguiled by it. Oh, I think I'm about 60% through. I've got about 120 or 30 pages left, so I will easily finish this one up during Springathon. And in terms of other new ones, This has been on my shelf for a while, and it's very nature-y. All Among the Barley by Melissa Harrison. I wasn't even sure if this was fiction or non, but I've double-checked. It's fiction. I think it was published in 2018, 2019 in the UK, 2018. And it is a novel about barley. What is it about? Set in the autumn of 1933 in rural UK, and it looks like there are 2 female protagonists. That's all I need to know. Another bird in the title book, and this is a short one from, isn't it Scotland? Yes, a Scottish novel, originally published in 1958. Mel raved about this writer. I can't remember if she raved about this particular book, but she certainly loves this writer, and I acquired this novel based on her enthusiasm. And that is The White Bird Passes by Jessie Kesson. Short little one. Birds in the title. I have no idea if it's a nature... Well, let's find out. No, it seems to be an urban setting about a young girl facing hardship and deprivation in Scotland. I have read very little Scottish literature, but pretty much everything I've tried I've loved. And the fact that Mel loved this the way she did, I'm excited to finally get to it for Springathon. And this one, just because there are trees on the cover. It's a translated work. Catherine Dostessier-Coes. The Beauty of the Death Cap, translated by Tina Cover. I believe it's translated from the French. Yes, originally published in French in 2015. It's about an eccentric and scholarly snob, a mycomaniac. I don't know what mycomaniac means, but I will find out during Springathon. But I'm including it because of the lovely illustration on the cover. So that's it. I have backup because I'm a notorious bailer, and I'm not going to go into any detail. I'm just going to give you some titles, and if I know anything about the book, I'll talk about it, but otherwise, just to let you know that I do have backup. And a lot of it is from Scribd or other ebooks that I have. The first one is an Irish novel, and this fits in with the prompt about traveling. The title is Traveling in a Strange Land by David Park. I know his name. This is a short book. I'm purposely choosing short books other than the Melissa Harrison. A book by Ismail Kadar. I don't know where he's from. Oh, but the novel's set in the northern highlands of Albania, and it's called Spring Flowers, Spring Frost. It's got spring in the title, people, plus flowers, and a snake on the cover. What more do you want? A Welsh novel. I have an obsession with Welsh literature, thanks to Charlotte of Tired Mama Tries to Read. Stay tuned for our collaborative video coming to a booktube channel near you soon. Dew on the Grass by Eluned Lewis, and it has lots of foliage on the cover. First published in 1934. That's my decade, people. And I believe this one's non-fiction, and I have had it on my iBooks, which is now called Apple Books, as an ebook for a couple of years or more. Common Ground by Rob Cohen. I believe this is nature writing from the UK. So those are my backups, people. I think it's going to be fun. By the time you see this video, you will only have a day or two to generate your own TBR and join in, but if I can do it, you can too. Thanks for watching.